Money day, guys and girls. Hope you lot are blessed. Welcome back to another midweek outlook. This is episode 2, and of course, if you guys are here right now, then I want to give you guys an update on what's happening throughout the week so far. Now, with that being said, I've already sent out a number of trades inside my community. Most trades that I've sent out today at the moment are all in profit. In fact, we've had one trade that we've closed out in profit after it's hit TP1. We've got a couple of other trades which I'm going to get into, but if you're watching this video wherever you are, it's always important to understand one thing, guys. Time is more important than price. Now, a lot of the time when you watch these videos on YouTube, you're usually looking for something to help you perfect your trading skills. And usually, guys, you probably find a lot of nonsense. You find a lot of waffle, a lot of people saying they can do this and do that, and then when you practice it, it doesn't work for yourself. So what I want to be doing for you guys over this next 30 days during Ramadan, I'm going to be providing you guys with hardcore content. Okay, the content is going to be education, it's going to be lessons, which is going to help you guys, and I'm going to do 10 lessons, 5 and 5, 10 lessons. Okay, once we get to the 10th lesson, guys, of course you guys can make your decision on whether it's worth joining my community or not, but nonetheless, I'm here to help and I'm here to serve. So don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, to smash the like button. It helps, it of course improves the algorithms and it goes a long way. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe. You know the vibes, it's lit side. So let's get into this. Okay, now as usual and as always, we are going to check the economic calendar, and we've actually had some news take place today. Okay, so as we load up the economic calendar, I want you guys to be able to see what's taking place today. You can see this as a headline: US stocks lower on fresh sign of hot inflation, weakness in consumer. Now, of course, as I told you guys on the previous video that I'd done, the previous outlook, this was an ongoing concern. And of course, with the Fed speaking, they've always been trying to tackle the ongoing problems of inflation. Now, what we can also see here is we had the jobless claims today, and the result was actually better than expected. Now, what does this mean? Well, a jobless claims just kind of tells you how much people are jobless. Okay, is the number more or is the number less? Are there more people claiming jobless claims, or are there less people claiming jobless claims? Now you can see previously it was 210,000 people. Now it's 209,000. Okay, so the result was actually, the forecast, was suspected to be worse. The forecast was suspected to be 218. That would have been more people seeking jobless claims. But the result, of course, has been less than expected, which is, of course, better than expected. And another way to tell was if the result is in green or if it is in red. Okay, we had PPI, core retail sales, but really jobless claims is what moved the markets. Now, I'm going to break down for you guys a few things here. And the first thing I'm going to show you guys is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been something that has been continuously making higher lows and higher highs, right? And it does beg the question, when will Bitcoin break the structure? Now, over the past week, if you guys have been inside my Telegram channel, you would have seen I flipped an account from £10,000 to 20,000. I've actually vlogged it as well, so I'll be sure to upload it when I can get around to editing it. But what I want to show you guys here, okay, is what we're seeing currently with Bitcoin. We are seeing higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and now potentially a higher low. Now, it's very interesting with Bitcoin right now because we have actually dropped down to where we was 2 days ago. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see we do have this candle here where price is currently sitting inside of. So it's going to be very interesting to see if price does close down this area, or if by the end of today price pushes back up to make a new all-time high. Price has already just sat just under 74,000. What I would be looking for is a pullback, but I want to see a break of structure. So you can see here, I don't really count these as a higher and a higher low. Okay, this is the higher. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Price has come down, it's closed beneath it. Now we need a pullback. Okay, we need that pullback back up into an area, into a significant area, so that we could contemplate taking a short. Now, have I been able to take some trades in Bitcoin? Of course I have, but the reality is, guys, Bitcoin is extremely volatile. and it's not worth trading if you don't have any prior experience in trading. Okay, but just to give a summary of what I would expect for Bitcoin, for those of you who are thinking about maybe investing into Bitcoin, Bitcoin needs to come back down below the 60,000 mark. If Bitcoin can come back down in and around this area, which is between 50 to 60,000, I would be buying. Okay, of course, it's still having shallow pullbacks, so no one can be angry with a shallow pullback, because at the end of the day, price is pulling back, which is giving it the merit to push up higher. We're currently sitting inside of a daily lit block, so it's it's quite likely that price could react from here, pushing up tomorrow. But we're also right now seeing a bearish engulfing candle too. So let's see how this plays out, guys. And as always, I'm going to keep you guys informed and up to date inside of my Discord and my Telegram. Now, I want to show you guys the DXY. Because we had the positive result for the DXY, or the positive result for the dollar with the jobless claims, this is essentially what pushed up the US dollar. Okay, it pushed it up to the point where now we are seeing a lot of strength inside of the dollar, which we've been waiting for quite some time. Now, what I'm looking to see here with the dollar is if we can at least reach 103,650, I'd contemplate thinking about a potential reversal. But at the moment, as it stands, guys, we have broken the daily structure from being bullish to bearish. So we shouldn't get carried away with what we're seeing at the moment, because this is what we would consider a pullback. Okay, so I would like to see price pull up into this area here. Once it could pull up 103,656, I'm going to set an alert. Then I'm going to actually have a look at how the majors have been affected by this, and to see what potential trades we can take. Now, I'm going to show you guys, as always, the bonds and the bond yields. Okay, the yields have actually been pushing up. So this is where we see a bit of divergence right now, because the yields are pushing up, which should mean that the bonds should come down. And if the bonds come down, guess what, guys? The dollar should come down with it as well. Now, you can see here I had this arrow because when price was pushing up, the question was, could we take out the high? Could we be going up to make a new high? And what it looks like right now is no. There's a sell-off with bonds at the moment. It doesn't look like we could be reaching up there as it stands. Okay, as it stands. But if this does continue to keep coming down, guys, you can bet your bottom dollar, you see what I did there? You can bet your bottom dollar that the dollar will also follow it as well. So you've seen this video. Today is Thursday, the 14th of March. I'm telling you right now that if this candle closes bearish, okay, what's going to happen with the dollar is the dollar is going to come down. And before we even looked at the bonds, we said, look, this is where we would want to see a potential entry in terms of price reversing. So we understand the structure is bearish, and we understand the bonds are actually coming down lower. So right now, so far, just by looking at the dollar, understanding the bond market, we have a bias of being bearish. Okay, so if we have a bias of being bearish, then when we have a look, I'm going to skip past gold. When we have a look at pairs like USD/JPY, okay, I told you guys already on the last episode that we was looking to buy this. Okay, we was looking for a buy to sell. Okay, now USD/JPY has been very slow, granted, but so has the dollar. And because the dollar hasn't been showing us much opportunities, there hasn't been much to gather from in terms of data. But in terms of this buy out of this daily candle, guys, this is a really good buy here. Okay, this buys off of the structure level. It's also from this daily candle, and we've also got a fib. That is 3 confirmations right there, reasons for us to be in this trade. So I hope you guys are still in this trade. Okay, as price pushes up, we would want to consider what price would do around the 149 area, because there is of course where we've got a daily candle. We've also got all of the imbalance would be filled, and that could result in us potentially getting a sell from there. But of course, there's equal highs above. There's no reason why price can't push up higher to take the liquidity that's above. Now, I've told you guys already before about the JPY basket. Okay, the yen basket is really important. And actually, just this morning, I read up from a colleague of mine, spoke about how the yen was looking to increase their rates. Now, this is something that I mentioned before on the last episode. But again, if the yen does decide to increase its rates, okay, that is going to be very positive for the Japanese yen. Okay, Japan has the biggest debt from US. The Japanese are the biggest debt holders currently from the US, meaning it's the biggest country, okay, or should I say it's the biggest debt that US has with any country in the world. It's with Japan. Okay, but if Japan's rates turn positive, now this could be really significant. This could change the dynamical shift and actually give some strength and confidence into the yen. Now we can see here, guys, off of the daily, we had price push up into this daily candle, which was beautiful, because last week on the first episode we was back down here. We was contemplating a buy. We took the buy because we understood that the yen would grow stronger. It did that. It's pushed up into this daily candle, and now, guys, it's pulling down lower, which is not a problem. In actual fact, that is like poetry. Okay, so the yen right now is potentially pulling back, but it could be on its way back down. So it's good to just sit on the sidelines for a second, reevaluate, and see how things are going, because essentially with the news that's taking place today, it's very clear that when the dollar is strong, the foreign currencies, that's the yen, the Kiwi, the Aussie, the pound, the euro, you know, I've said them all. Okay, when the dollar is strong, these other currencies are weak. So because of that, it's really important to understand that sometimes you may be wanting your pair to be moving whilst the US news is out, but the reason why your pair is not moving is because when the dollar wants to take the center of the stage, the other currencies have to sit back. They have to go silent. So right now, we can't expect any major moves or any major volatility inside of the yen right now if the dollar is on the center stage, okay? But with that being said, it would be nice for us to get a pullback if price could push up into this candle, pretty much in and around where it's kind of reacted from before, but we've got some imbalance up here. If price can push up into this area, that is going to support our EURJPY trade. So the EURJPY trade, just to show you guys, let me go on the hourly time frame. In fact, you know what? I need to go on the 5-minute time frame. Okay. This is our EURJPY trade. Can I go on the 15? Okay, brilliant. This is our EURJPY trade. We managed to get into this trade and price came down. It came really close to TP1, but it then turned around. Okay, it's turned around, and at the moment, if we go on a half-hour time frame, it looks like price has just retested the same area, which could now potentially show us that move down lower that we need. Now, there's two factors to take into consideration here. One, we need the euro to either be weaker than the yen, or two, we need the yen to wake up and actually show us some strength. If the yen wakes up and shows us some dominant strength, then this of course is going to push our trade down lower. EURJPY is a very slow moving pair, but guess what, guys, when you know what you're doing, this pair is absolutely fantastic. Now, inside of my Telegram community, I'm going to be providing you guys with education, as I've previously mentioned before, but I'm also now going to be teaching you guys. So I know I've told you guys on the YouTube, I'm going to give you guys free education, I'm going to give you guys videos, but for those of you inside my Discord, I'm going to do live trading sessions, which will enable you guys to learn in the flesh whilst I'm placing trades, which you guys can also copy. And at the same time, I'm going to be giving you guys my 5-figure trading strategies. Now, at the moment, I've got a subscription service. The subscription service, guys, is peanuts. People are making back their money. Massive shout out to Ryan today, Ryan and Nathan. These guys have made thousands of pounds today, or just over £1,000, I should say. And that was only across 2 trades. I don't know what they've done since the rest of the trades I've sent out today. But why I'm saying this to you guys is because the objective is to be making your money back. A lot of people, when they sell you a service, they just sell you a service and they never speak to you again. Okay, me and my team are dedicated to providing you guys with the support. If you guys are finding it hard, if you've got any questions, if you need tutorials, I am your guy. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to be providing you guys for a subscription fee. For a subscription fee, you guys are going to get weekly lessons for a price never seen, never done before. And this solely because it's Ramadan, I feel like giving back, but I also feel like putting you guys in a prime position to say, hey, the money I paid for the value that I got was insane. So when I look at EURJPY, actually what we can see here off the 4-hour time frame is we have pulled back into this lit block here. We've pulled back into this candle. Of course, this was the trade from last week. If you guys are still in this trade, well done. If you're not, that's okay. But price has pulled back up into an area now. There is some liquidity above, so price could dip that. But from what we've seen, price has really respected this candle, 161 handle, just under 162 to be honest with you. And now price does look like it's pushing lower. So again, we're holding this trade. We do want the lows to be taken out, but what I have done with this trade is I've actually only highlighted the rest of this imbalance here to be filled. So if price could come down, take the low, it would be just under 100 pips. But of course, for a slow risk yielding trade, this is the one you guys need to focus on. Okay. Nextly, I'm going to show you guys US30. Now, for those of you who've been following me for some time, you'll know I am the US30 GOAT. Okay. If you guys go on my YouTube channel, on my Lit Capital YouTube channel, I'll even put the link, actually. I'll put the link at the bottom of this video for you guys to see. A couple of years ago when I was in Mexico, I think I made over £14,000 trading US30. US30 used to be my baby, okay? But unfortunately, when it started making all-time highs, there wasn't really anything to read. And because there wasn't anything to read, I just stepped away. So today's the first time I've taken a US30 trade in, I couldn't tell you how long, but it's definitely over a year. And with that being said, we've managed to have TP2 hit. We've had over 220 pips taken off of this trade. We're risk free, which is the reason why there's no SL. But just to kind of break down to you guys what I've seen with this, or to break down how you guys can understand why I'm taking these type of trades, I look at different things, guys. I look at macroeconomics. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a cheat code here. Number one, you guys need to have the VIX. Have the volatility index on your charts. If you have this on your watch list, when this goes up, US30 will come down. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you also want to have the E-mini. Now, the E-mini is more of a live market feed for the S&P 500, but US30 follows the S&P. So if you can figure out where the S&P is going, then you've got more indication to actually be confident in US30. Okay. The other thing, the other factor, which is, you know, more of an easier indicator, you could say, is what I'm going to leave for my students, because they'll be upset if I give away all my ammunition. So for that, guys, click the link below, go inside my free Telegram, follow the channel, follow the instructions in there, so that you guys can get access to this education for an insane fee. Okay, but US30, we've been able to catch over 220 pips today, so it's been a good day. Now, lastly, I'm going to leave you guys with the peso. Now, the peso, okay, I've taken two entries off of this. One entry we had today on a smaller time frame, which is where it is. The second entry, guys, you guessed it, is on my structure level. Okay, this is where I was expecting us to get a significant move. Okay, and from here, what we can see so far, guys, this price has pushed up, it's given us over 300 pips for this. This is the reason why I love the peso. We've been able to catch, what happened? We have been able, guys, to catch over 599 pips so far. We've been able to catch that, okay? So essentially what's happening now is price is making a new high. It's making higher highs, higher lows. We really just need to be patient and wait for the dollar to gain some strength again, so we can see this push higher. But off of the daily, just to show you guys here, okay, off of the daily, we want to see a pullback. Okay, we've had two things happen here. We've had a nice, beautiful reaction from our 79 to 70% sweet spot G spot. Price has come down, it's hit our first take profit area. Okay, and now price should pull back. Now, I'm gonna move this. When price pulls back up, we've got a couple of things here that we want to see what can happen. One, price to fill this full daily imbalance. Okay, two, if price can take the higher. Now, we've got only an hour and a half, just under an hour and a half left of the rest of the trading day, so it's to be expected that we probably don't see price push all the way up today, but tomorrow, if price closes how it is right now, it'll be a bearish engulfing, and that could be quite bad for us. But of course, the setup was there for us to take it, so we're going to take it. Essentially, even if this was a pullback today, this wasn't a significant pullback for us to be able to sell this, so we need price to come up higher anyway. So we are going to be patient with the peso. We're going to wait for price to push up higher. Off of the 4-hour time frame, it's been really choppy, but nonetheless, I'm quite positive that we can see prices push higher, grab some more of the imbalance, and of course, guys, give us a lot more profit too. Now, the last pair, so I've done EURJPY, USD, Mexican peso, AUDJPY has been free falling very nicely from, again, the 79 to 70% G spot. So guys, look, I'm going to be giving you guys this game away, okay, for a insane fee, okay? If you guys don't want to pay and you want to wait, then you can wait for these videos to be released on YouTube. But when they come on YouTube, they will not be the same. They will not be as in depth. They will not be as valuable. So I promise you this, if you're watching this video, if you've managed to get to the end of this video, all you need to do is either contact me directly through Telegram. Click on the link if you're not, click on the link below if you're not already in the Telegram. And of course, guys, follow the instructions, take advantage. There's students that are week after week after week, okay, showing good gains, showing good profits, and most importantly, showing that they can utilize the strategy for themselves. I'm not promising you to make you a millionaire. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is if you want to earn an extra source of income that can be consistent, that can be reliable, or if you just simply want to learn a skill set that can give you the freedom, this is the skill set for you. So with that being said, I'm going to head out. Be sure to like, subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. And I hope you guys can have an amazing afternoon. Trade safe, and always remember, every day is money day. Peace.